we know that today we are sitting here on Chai Pe Charcha, of course, without any agenda, we can sit. So we thought that why not we discuss about this Mother's Day. We recently celebrated Mother's Day, and many of us will resonate with this feeling ki ek din ka Mother's Day kya hota hai? What is this one day Mother's Day? So this is the most maybe informal networking event that we conduct, Chai Pe Charcha. We have our virtual cup of chai, and then we chit chat on different topics. Even sometimes we connect when there are no agenda or topics. We just connect whatever our heart wants to speak out. Sonia is nodding her head because she can resonate
we discussed cooking feeling. Also, I remember discussing recipes over here.
Recipes also, yes. And I remember that in a post Charcha, you have shared the recipe and all those things have happened. So it's like something we actually chill out at this virtual space. So welcoming you all on Chai Pe Charcha. And we have a new member, Priyanka, today. Yes, of course, she's going to introduce herself. But before that, I want our existing members, already experienced members, to introduce themselves a little bit, not too long, in a nutshell, and a little bit about your experience, maybe to give her a glance of what you have experienced with our community so far. Yes, Sonia, I would love if you can start.
Okay. So Sonia, and I'm a career counselor by profession. I'm also a speaker on many platforms, virtual or even I attend physically. And I'm with M3 for almost a year now. And it's been a beautiful journey with Sarbri. You know, she's like that mom who pushes her kids. Chalo, chalo, karo, karo, karo. We all are lazing around, but she doesn't do that. She just pushes us. Karo, tumhare liye hai, ye karna hai. That is what it is, and that's why we are all still connected with this.
Myself, Dr. Tasneem Ali. So by profession, I'm a nutritionist, fitness trainer, lifestyle coach, and yes, I am also a motivational speaker. I also speak on different platforms, whether it's a virtual or it's an on-site. So, and a philanthropist also, because I have done so many, projects with the government and with the NGOs and Human Rights Commission and World Peace Organization back in India. Now I am shifted to Dubai. So now I'm an NRI. So it's like a very nice connecting with you, Mom, and especially Sarbari. She's doing really wonderful job, especially for our female community. So hats off to you, Sarbari. So, and एक और हो के बहुत हुआ ये virtual चाय पे चर्चा एक बार करो. I'll come especially from Dubai.
Sure, we are looking forward to have something like that. Looking forward.
This is Dr. Shardha Chakravarti. Very recently, I got my honorary doctorate, and yes, I am also a career counselor and educator, AIEF resource person, and a keynote speaker in many virtual platforms now, and also Toastmaster International member. And I am so happy. I met so beautiful people out here. What should I say? And I think whatever I thought I want to achieve, yes, of course, I'm getting that, what do you call, directions, okay, and help. And here, Sonia is there, and very recently I have joined, I think I'll start joining, I have paid for that, Raina, Dr. Raina, like I'll be learning POSH and POXO with her, from her. It is a really great journey, and she's also a member of our M3 community. And here we are collaborating and making our, network. And it's a great platform indeed, I should say, and I have felt it. And thank you so much. And looking forward with more networking and more collaboration. Thank you so much for giving this platform, Sharvari.
And I must say that whenever I am at this platform, I am up to on another level, because seeing such inspirational mothers here is something which we don't get to see each day. And as a mother, first of all, let me introduce myself as a mother, because it is Mother's Day special. I am a mother of 2 teenagers. My elder daughter is in class 12, appearing for her boards, and she is a gem. And my younger daughter is 14 years. She is a special needs child, but again, another gem that I have. And inspired by her only, I started my NGO in the name of Nirvana, which is a trust and for which I put in effort day and night, wherein I give a platform to all differently able children who have outstanding talents and जिनको मैं amalgamate करवाती हूँ normal category के बच्चों के साथ, and I make them perform on the same platform every month, maybe twice a month, to build up the confidence level, not only theirs but also their mothers, which is much needed. Mothers feel happy, mothers feel grateful, mothers feel thankful when they see their children performing on the stage, when they see that their children are also this made of the same material, this material से बाकी सबके बच्चे बने हैं. So as a mother, I am able to satisfy other mothers also, and I am grateful to God for giving me this opportunity.
So good evening, and firstly I want to say that I'm not feeling as if it's my first conversation with you guys. So I can see the even if we're online, I'm getting that vibe where I'm feeling very excited about it. I want to introduce myself as the Lakshmi of 2 families. So this is my domain, this is my work. So I work in the domain of finance. And currently, I'm the founder director of a company called as Learning Lifeline OPC Private Limited. Now, Lifeline is something which we have heard in KBC. So, जैसे ही कोई कहीं पे अटक जाता है, तो फिर उसको lifeline लगती है. So, in business, in our own lives, at times we get stuck somewhere, and that is where we come as lifelines for learning purpose. And what happens is, so जैसे KBC में 4 lifelines है, we also have 4 lifelines where we work in. So we have 4 areas. Now the first thing that we do is I train and consult CXOs and top management and head of department on finance and strategy alignment. Because most of the times they know how to run a company, but when it comes to finances, they would rely on the accounts department, and that's where the whole problem starts. So that is where I train and consult them on typical projects. Second lifeline is there is no education in the health insurance industry. So it's just that you give a small exam and you get the license and you become an agent. And then you start selling policies, which becomes a, that's the root cause of the entire problem that so many families are facing. So I am, putting in curriculum-based education for the health insurance industry, wherein I call it MBA. So MBA is Mediclaim Business Administration. So there are different curriculums, and agents join in, or there are brokers and companies with whom I take contracts. The third lifeline is family financial discipline consulting, because it's very important that in a family, the entire family knows about the finances and they structure and streamline finances, so that ऐसा नहीं हो कि आज अकाउंट में बैलेंस है तो हमने एक SIP कर लिया, कल नहीं है तो SIP बाउंस हो गया, आज अकाउंट में अच्छा पैसा आया तो हमने इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी ले लिया, फिर बाद में उसको सरेंडर कर दिया. So all this is very random. So there has to be a real streamlining across the family as a team, and they handle the finances. So that's where I have a complete process for that. And the fourth lifeline, particularly why I'm here, is women and finance in terms of education and understanding of finances. So, that's why I said I'm the Lakshmi of the family, because हम सबको जब पूछा जाता ना, we introduce our work, we introduce our family. So our identity is always, somewhere connected to something that we do or something that we have around. But the real identity is that when a girl is born, when a child is born, it's said that घर में लक्ष्मी आई है. But unfortunately, because we are not involved so much in the family finances, we have forgotten that identity as such. So that's the reason I want to redefine this Ghar Ki Lakshmi identity of women. for that, I do a lot of workshops for women. I have my own ways of building analogies, and मैं moisturizer से भी आपको finance समझा सकती हूँ. That's what I do. For that, I have authored a book which is called Lakshmi Gyan Se Lakshmi Man, which says that if you want to respect a woman truly, give her the knowledge of finances. That's the best respect you can give to a woman. I have I've co-produced and I am hosting India's first podcast, which is across 8 languages. So it is the only podcast in India with 8 languages together. So that podcast is again women-centric podcast, and it is called 8 Chuski Finance, which is 1 sip of finance. So there are small 7-8 minute episodes every week, and it is like चुस्की by चुस्की आप finance को एकदम simple तरीके से अपने तरीके से ऐसे सीख सको. The whole idea of doing all this is to remove the fear in women about managing finances. At times we know about finances, then we outsource it, then भाई को बोला, पति को बोला, daddy को बोला, and that's where I want to bring the change. So all in all, these are the 4 lifelines I provide, and because my name is Priyanka, I split it into 2 parts. So Priya is favorite and Ank is episode. So I am on a mission to become the favorite episode in every financial story. So that's about me. Thank you.
Yes. So
Hi,
now,
Priyanka,
Raina,
good to see you.
since you have joined in and you're visible in the middle of, I don't know about other screens, you're just middle. In my
Okay.
screen, you are visible just in the middle. So why don't you introduce yourself a little bit? Priyanka has joined in. She is a new member. So we have all introduced ourselves. Priyanka was introducing herself when you just entered the Zoom. And now, before we proceed with today's topic of Mother's Day and all stuffs related to our motherhood, I would request you to introduce yourself to the new member. And of course, again, a reiteration of Sonia is very much keen to know. So you can just put some glimpses of your new session and all also.
Sonia always knows me. So everybody out here actually knows me, but I'll tell again. Okay, so hi friends. I think each one of you already know. Hi Tasneem, so nice to see you as well. And Neeta ji as well. Priyanka is a very old friend and very good friend. So Priyanka is very sweet, and yeah, you already heard her. Okay, so hi doctor, I'm so sorry, I just popped in from another session and that's why I'm also in this state, but I could not stand because I'm coming after a long time back to me, myself, mom. So I just popped into any state. Okay, I am a founder of Right to Rise and RKT Foundation, like I already mentioned. I specialize into POSH and POXO trainings, compliance auditing. The session that Sharda was talking about is we've turned 5 years. So Right to Rise is a private limited company and it is ISO certified. So every specialized training that we provide is assessment based and is completely with an analysis of why and how you are going through the process. And then you're also going through a post-assessment to understand how much of it you have assimilated. So POSH training is the first level, is what Sharda is taking. She's doing the practitioner level, where the program covers all aspects from knowing the nuances, the terminologies, and going to understanding the law of the POSH Act. It includes POSH Act and POSH rules. Generally, log rules nahi samjhate, sirf act hi samjhate. The advantage of learning both is understanding from minus to the level 10 for the women to set up their own standards of living, because the act says that we have to stay in a workplace or in a society equal for men, women and all genders. लेकिन हम जहाँ पे भी जाते हैं, जैसे प्रियंका ने भी आपको बताया, आपकी इज्जत आपके हाथ में है, आपकी रिस्पेक्ट आपके हाथ में है, आपकी इंडिपेंडेंस और आपका फाइनेंशियल ग्रोथ भी आपके हाथ में ही है. सो आप कितना भी पढ़े लिखे भी हो जाओ, तभी भी आपके 2-3 चीजें बहुत ही क्लियर होने चाहिए माइंड में कि हाउ आर यू actually asking at each aspect of your life in terms of your growth and your independence. And when you are going to be even at your home or at your workplace or in any place, even starting your own entrepreneurship journey, safety is the first thing that women look at. आपकी safety पहले आती है, तो POSH is an act that ensures safety, dignity and rights whenever you grow. So the act will encompass all the elements from the psychology to the understanding of the act with the legal understanding, and finally the assessments. So she is taking the first course, and because we turned 5 years, we are offering it at 80% off. It was just told to Sudbury yesterday, and we had decided that we will, participants here will get to know of this. So that is why I actually forgot about it, but good she reminded. So if anybody is keen, it's starting on 14th, 15th, and 16th. And very useful for parents, psychologists, counselors, people who are principals, because it's at every workplace that needs to be happening, including people who are at platforms today, because they have women and men that they are working with. So yes, anybody is keen, it's at a very throwaway price. Please get in touch with us and we'll be happy to help. Let's create more enablers of change and then get financially independent with Priyanka, and then empower Sudbury's Memyselfmom with a lot of psychologists, counselors who can help each other grow.
Mothers, those whose children are grown up, they have this particular thing to say, "Tum ek din roz late ho," and the rest of the days you don't remember me at all. So why not we discuss on that? Our motherhood experiences, our challenges, and what we are willingly doing and what we are not willingly doing. So I will not put up any question. I want everyone to speak their heart about their motherhood, anything they want to share with all of us, and that is very, very, close to you, and you want us to know and resonate with your feeling. So, whom to start with? Anyone who wants to volunteer?
Can I start with a small poetry that I composed this year for all
Sure,
mothers?
Kavinda, you can.
छोटे से कुछ मदर्स के लिए मैंने पोएट्री लिखा था। माँ वो नहीं जिसने तुम्हें पैदा किया। I'm sorry for my voice, it's all gone.
No
माँ
problem.
वो नहीं जिसने तुम्हें पैदा किया, माँ वो है जिसने तुम्हें सिखाया, पाला, पोसा और बड़ा किया। रातों के अंधेरों में और दिन के उजालों में, रातों के अंधेरों में और दिन के उजालों में जिसने उफ न किया, जिसने उफ न किया, एक माँ बनने के लिए जिसने सजदा और नमन हर वक्त था किया, मंदिर मस्जिद हो या गुरुद्वारा। खुश नसीब है हर वो संतान, खुश नसीब है हर वो संतान जिसने है पाया एक माँ का साया और सहारा, क्योंकि माँ के जैसा तुम्हें जिंदगी में नहीं मिलेगा कोई दोबारा। एक माँ के जैसा तुम्हें जिंदगी में नहीं मिलेगा कोई दोबारा।
Wonderful.
Thank you.
It's a wonderful poem and it depicts so many nuances of being a mother. Thank you so much to start with this wonderful poem. Now, may I request Sonia to share something from your end?
Well, it's been a wonderful journey being a mother of 2 kids, and my kids have already grown up. My daughter is doing her master's in Bhopal and my son is giving his 10th boards. But according to them, one day is not sufficient and one day is not special for a mom. They say, Ma, throughout the year it is special. Every day is your day, so why do you celebrate only one day in a year? And when my daughter is here, she tries to pamper me a lot. She does the cooking. She gives me a complete holiday from the kitchen. That day I'm not supposed to do anything. I get bed tea. Everything is done by her. But since he's small, he can't do all this. So he was feeling a little bad this time. Didi is not there, so I'm not able to do. But whatever little he could do, like, make tea for me, make green tea for me, or chota chota jo kar sakta tha, he also did it on his part. So it's beautiful. It's nice. I'm more than a mother, I'm a friend to my kids. So I enjoy that moments with them.
Great. It is a blessing for the mother and the children also when you are able to become friends, because at a certain point in time, both the sides, they need friends.
Yes.
And then it is a win-win situation when it actually happens. Tasneem, we have heard a lot. I have been interacting with you from the beginning. Maybe it was not a cross interaction. Everyone may not be there, but I love your story when, the process when you have transition from, different kinds of transition was there and now as you are here. So we would love to listen from you a little bit from that angle, your motherhood and, the transitions and how you are today.
Yeah, so like I have discussed so much with Sarbari. We had a complete different session, right, on this. But see, my life is like a roller coaster. So I was a lecturer before my marriage. And then I got married. Then I went to London. फिर वहाँ पे कुछ नहीं किया. Then I came back with my husband. We settled down in Delhi. फिर कुछ नहीं किया. फिर सडनली लगा कि आई हैव अ वेरी गुड एस्थेटिक सेंस और ये इंटीरियर्स एंड आर्किटेक्चर का बहुत अच्छा सेंस है. सो माय हस्बैंड पुश मी, व्हाई डोंट यू डू योर आर्किटेक्चर, इतना टाइम है. सो आई डिड विद देन उस टाइम तक आई हैड माय फर्स्ट बेबी विद मी. उससे पहले बता दूं, आई एम अ मदर ऑफ 2 kids. माय एल्डर वन इज 9 years old and my younger one is 7 years old. So he was in my lap and then I decided I want to become a architect. करना चाहिए आर्किटेक्चर. सो आई डिड माई फुल फ्लैश आर्किटेक्चर, 5 साल का कोर्स. आई टॉप माई कॉलेज एवरी ईयर and my husband gifted me a very big diamond ring because he was so proud. His baby ke saath you are getting 99% and 98% every semester. And then I was doing good in my profession, being an architect. Laga cut because I was expecting my second baby. Then beech mein thoda sa aaya. Then I had a lot of weight issue because my profession कैसा था कि मैं बहुत देर तक बैठना in front of laptop with a cup of mug, फिर binge eating चल रहा है काम, and most of the designing part. So आप कुछ भी डाल रहे हैं मुंह में, आपका इंसुलिन सेंसिटिविटी इतना हाई होता है because you sit for a long time. See, I am talking, I am standing, I am not sitting. Because आपका नीट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, उस पर हम करेंगे बात. So I would really want कि why you female should stand and speak, or why you should stand, or why आजकल वो है ना घड़ी पहन के, भी तो मैंने पहने नहीं है, that exercise watch, workout watch, and you should watch your step. What's the science behind that, and why it is very very helpful with everyone. So then I decided कि जिम चलो, बहुत belly आ गया है. And then my like all the Indian female, majority of the Indian female, my body is also a pear-shaped body. Like I am estrogen dominating female. I put weight on a lower part, my abdomen side, my hips and buttocks and thighs and all that. So वही था, फैल गया. And then I started gymming and इतना अच्छा लगा because life में first time started lifting weight. So that became my passion. That began when it became my passion. मुझे भी नहीं पता. And then I decided कि मुझे तो प्रो बनना है इसमें, and I want to compete because मैंने इसमें learn किया कि lots of competition, international and nationally, so many competitions female used to take participant. For me it was very challenging because when I told this thing to my husband, he was like saying, are you stupid? इतनी पढ़ी लिखी लड़की को बॉडी बिल्डर बनना है, crazy. मतलब he said कि जिसको कोई काम नहीं करना होता दुनिया में वो बॉडी बिल्डिंग करता है. एंड आई डोंट वांट यू टू बी वेस्ट योर एजुकेशन जो इतना पढ़ लिख कर है. आई एम डबल मास्टरेट, फिर उसके बाद आर्किटेक्चर, फिर उसके बाद और भी सो मेनी थिंग्स. सो बोले यार यू आर स्टूपिड. एंड देन ही वाज लाइक मुझे नहीं सुनना है बेकार के. बट मैं तो ठान के बैठ गई थी बिकॉज मुझे था कि दिस इज द लाइफ आई वांट टू लिव. माय पैशन पता नहीं कब उठा लिए जाए, तो इससे पहले पैशन तो जी ले अपना. एंड आई वाज लाइक स्टबर्न, लगी रही. एंड देन so my transition period I transform myself. फिर मुझे लगा that I should study nutrition because ये तो बहुत different field है. Nutrition is a very essential thing and very underrated thing. हमें नहीं पता कि why. See, what is a food for us? It is just a mouth and love connection. दिखा अच्छा, खुशबू अच्छी आई, यार आज खा लेते हैं, बट वो जाके क्या कर रहा है अंदर आप सोच भी नहीं सकते हो. ठीक है. So मैंने देखा so many people are struggling with weight. आप fat diets करते हो on and off internet Google करके, then you go to dietitian or nutritionist and all that, and आप पैसा लगाते हो, you do crush dieting और जो भी fat dieting है, then anxiety, depression, mood swings, क्योंकि अच्छा खाने को नहीं मिल रहा है. गुस्सा आता है ना, आता है. उसने बोला ये छोड़ो, छोड़ दिया. उबला खाओ, सैलेड खाओ, खा रहे हैं, 2 दिन खाएंगे, 3 दिन खाएंगे, then you start behaving like a zombies. ऐसे चल रहे हैं यार, क्या है, कुछ अच्छा नहीं लग रहा. So the thing is that I really want to learn what is correct nutrition. क्यों? एंड ट्रस्ट मी, भूखा रह के कोई पतला नहीं होता. आप अपने मेटाबॉलिज्म का कबाड़ा कर लेते हैं. व्हेन यू डू फैट डाइटिंग, सैलेड, फ्रूट्स इज नथिंग बट अ वाटर, और आपके लिए बना ही नहीं. यू आर नॉट एन एनिमल, ठीक है ना. अगर ऐसा होता तो बफेलो ग्रास खा खा के पतली होती और रैम पे वॉक कर रही होती. सो होल फूड इज फॉर यू, घी इज फॉर यू. इतना घी खाओ रोज, घी इज फॉर यू. लाइक लोहा लोहा को काटता है, वैसे घी ही फैट को कम करता है. बट देयर आर सर्टेन साइंस, सो मुझे लर्न करना था. आई वांटेड टू लर्न दोस थिंग्स बिकॉज आई ट्रांसफॉर्म. बट एवरीथिंग, नथिंग कम्स फ्री. कुछ अच्छी चीजों के साथ बुरी चीजें आई. when I was doing my bodybuilding thing, and so many still coaches, मैं बहुत उससे कहती हूँ कि इंडिया में अभी भी they don't have scientific approach and they don't have scientific knowledge. वही steroids, ये वो बहुत सारी चीजें. मेरा भी थोड़ा आवाज गया है, so मेरे पे भी impact पड़ा. So I wanted to learn कि what is correct nutrition, what is correct science behind this. क्यों हम पतले नहीं होते हैं? इतने एफर्ट के बाद भी लोग कहते हैं मैं जिम भी जाती हूँ, डाइट भी करती हूँ, ये भी छोड़ दिया है, वो भी छोड़ दिया. क्यों छोड़ा है भाई? संन्यास ले लो, हिमालय चले जाओ, छोड़ा क्यों? Then why you're not getting, results? Why you are depressed? बार बार इसको देखिए. Body shaming is a big issue in our country. सारा दिन मिरर में जाएंगे, ऐसे देखेंगे, फिर वापस आएंगे, फिर देखेंगे यहाँ से बढ़ गया, यहाँ से बढ़ गया. Why this is happening? Why you're not getting result? You don't have to spend hours and hours in gym to get into shape. कोई नहीं करता. कैटरीना भी नहीं करती, ऐश्वर्या भी नहीं करती. Nobody. 10 मिनट मतलब 30 minutes 40 minutes मैक्सिमम वर्कआउट वो करते. उसके बाद क्या, वो क्या करते हैं? So that is important. So I learned all this thing, and of course my life was challenging because from Muslim background family, wearing bikini and stepping on stage, though I got so many national and international medals, it was never a easy thing. एक documentary भी बनी है मेरे पे, but वो भी release होनी थी प्री कोविड, बट वो हो नहीं पाई है. स्टिल इट्स ऑन होल्ड. सो क्या मेरा स्ट्रगल रहा, बट आई वाज स्टबर्न, लाइक मुझे तो करना है. आई वांट टू लिव माय लाइफ. कब उठ जाएंगे पता नहीं चलेगा. बट देन आई डिसाइडेड टू बी अ न्यूट्रिशनिस्ट. मुझे लगा कि आई वांट टू लर्न व्हाट इज न्यूट्रिशन, व्हाट इज करेक्ट न्यूट्रिशन लाइक. अदरवाइज तो गूगल पे thousands ऑफ डाइट यू कैन गेट. आप करो कीटोजेनिक, पेलियो, एल्केटीन, ये वो सारी डाइट पूरा चार्ट आ जाता है, बट हर किसी के लिए नहीं है. So I learned that, and I have transformed so many people. I have worked with so many females. I have an extensive research on, PCOD, PCOS, hormonal imbalance, thyroid, diabetes, and all that. And you won't believe कि even doctors को नहीं पता है. उनको इतना पता है जितना pharmaceutical companies बोलती करने को. And trust me, kitchen is your pharmacy. ये मेरा tagline है. I have educated so many people that your kitchen is your pharmacy. आपके किचन में आपकी सेहत के सारे इलाज है, बस उसको आपको करना आना चाहिए. फूड, सी व्हाट यू आर पुटिंग इन इनसाइड यू, वो दिखता है आप क्या, ठीक है ना. सो दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. यू डोंट हैव टू वर्क आउट या आपको भूखे नहीं मरना है. यू हैव टू ईट करेक्ट. you have to do certain amount of exercise because just to keep your vital organs healthy. ठीक है ना. हमें घुटनों में तकलीफ नहीं हो, लिम्फेटिक एसिड्स नहीं बन जाए हमारी बॉडी में. सो वी हैव टू मूव, we have to stand. ज्यादा देर मत बैठो जैसे आप सारे बैठे. You don't have to. If you cannot walk, stand and see. मैंने एक टेबल रखा है on my dining table, इस height का, and I have kept my mobile on that, and I am standing and I am talking to you because this is important. आपने देखा होगा bloating होती है, खाना खाने के बाद you feel like सो जाना है, farting होती है. क्यों हो रही है? हमें कभी समझ में नहीं आया कि क्यों होता है. That means something is going wrong. Now on Mother's Day एक चीज मैं कहना चाहती हूँ, ये मेरा जर्नी था. Then I become a nutritionist. I did so many certifications from different, universities, national and international. Then I have transformed people. But एक important thing on Mother's Day मैं आपको बताना चाहती हूँ कि mother and child, you become mother when you give birth to child. जब womb में आपके आया बच्चा, who is ever is listening, और या आपकी भी बच्चियां होंगी जो आगे mothers होंगी या अभी वही teenage से निकल रही हैं. So they are going through a phase, पीरियड स्टार्ट हुए हैं, होने वाले हैं, या 20 प्लस 21 होगी. तो वी हैव अ डिफरेंट साइकिल. वी फीमेल आर built up of 3 main hormones जो हमें जरूरत है, which is estrogen, ये progesterone and ये testosterone. इन तीनों को बहुत जरूरी है हमारी लाइफ में. हमारी मदर्स ने हमें नहीं सिखाया, इसलिए हमने स्ट्रगल किया है. बट आई वांट टू एजुकेट फीमेल ताकि हमारे बच्चे स्ट्रगल ना करें. बिकॉज हम उसके टीनेजर में या इनिशियल टाइम में when we don't take care, they struggle in their later life. बाद में करते हैं, आज नहीं 10 साल के बाद दिखेगा आपको. That here comes the nutrition. So mothers and child relationship start when आपको जैसे पता चला you are pregnant. ठीक है ना, ऑन योर फर्स्ट ट्राइमेस्टर, आई वुड से ऑन योर फर्स्ट मंथ, जब आपका स्टेप बताया या डॉक्टर हैज कंफर्म दैट यू आर एक्सपेक्टिंग अ बेबी एंड यू आर प्रेग्नेंट, आपका रिलेशनशिप वहीं स्टार्ट हो जाता है। आप जो खा रहे हो वो आपके बच्चे होंगे। आई हैव एक्सपीरियंस दिस थिंग विथ माय बोथ द किड्स। देयर इज अ वास्ट डिफरेंस बिटवीन माय बोथ किड्स। मेरे फर्स्ट बेबी के टाइम पे मैं क्या थी, वेरी सेडेंटरी लाइफस्टाइल, बिंज ईटिंग, नॉट टेकिंग केयर ऑफ एनीथिंग, और सुना था पेरेंट्स से, बड़ों बुजुर्गों से कि यू हैव डबल खाना है, डबल खाना है, तो डबल खाते थे। इट्स नॉट डबल खाना है, डबल खाना का मतलब होता है डबल न्यूट्रिशन यू हैव टू टेक, ठीक है ना, यू हैव टू टेक अ डबल न्यूट्रिशन। जो हम ध्यान, हम तो दो डबल खाते हैं कि लाओ 2 पिज्जा खा लेते हैं, बहुत क्रेविंग हो रही है पिज्जा की, राइट, बहुत सारी पानी पूरी खा लेते हैं, 1 प्लेट मेरे लिए 1 प्लेट बेबी के लिए। नो, यू हैव, इट्स अ डबल न्यूट्रिशन। सो दिस थिंग स्टार्ट इन योर वॉर्म। So I can see my first kid and my second kid, कितना difference है दोनों के अंदर, just because of just a nutrition की बात। So mother का जो health है वो health आपकी baby में जाएगा। And आप अपना gut disturb कर लेते हैं when you're expecting a baby, your so many hormones goes up and goes down. I am talking about 3 hormones which is progesterone, testosterone and estrogen. उसी वक्त आपकी बेबी का डेस्टिनी डिसाइड हो जाता है कि वो बच्चा लाइफ में कैसे होगा, उसको कोई डिजीज होगी नहीं होगी। ट्रस्ट मी, यू कैन, देयर आर एन नंबर ऑफ रिसर्चेस पब्लिश ऑन दिस थ्योरी। सो यू हैव टू टेक केयर दिस फर्स्ट थिंग। एंड आपके पास भी, जिनको पास भी डॉटर है, प्लीज एजुकेट देम ऑन द न्यूट्रिशन पार्ट। एंड नाउअडेज इट्स अ कल्चर, our kids are on the junk food and we female are so much career oriented कि we also don't take care of, या बाहर से मंगवा लेते for us, like Swiggy, Zomato is so easy and time नहीं है, क्या खाना है, चलो ये ऑर्डर करते हैं, पिज्जा बर्गर ये वो फूड आपके ऊपर जो इम्पैक्ट डाल रहा है, यू हैव नो आइडिया, इवन स्पेशली फॉर द टीनेजर्स गर्ल्स। इसीलिए आपने सुना है कि 18-19 इयर्स के बच्चे, दे आर सफरिंग फ्रॉम पीसीओडी, पीसीओएस एंड हार्मोनल इम्बैलेंस, ओबेसिटी एंड ऑल दैट। वो बच्चे, आप देखो, हमें क्या टेंशन था, एंजाइटी थी व्हेन वी वर 16 और 15? नो, हम अपनी लाइफ जी रहे होते थे। आई स्टिल रिमेंबर, आई एम फ्रॉम अ स्मॉल टाउन, अ प्लेस कॉल्ड उज्जैन, आपने सुना होगा, महाकालेश्वर की बहुत बड़ी नगरी है। सो माय पेरेंट्स रिसाइड देयर। गलियों में खेलते थे धूल मिट्टी में व्हेन आई वाज 15 एंड 16। किसको टेंशन था? आज के बच्चे तो टेंशन में जी रहे हैं। इंस्टाग्राम पे लाइक नहीं आई है, टेंशन हो रहा है। फेसबुक पे कमेंट नहीं आया है, टेंशन हो रहा है। मेरा सेल्फी अच्छी नहीं आई है, कौन सा फिल्टर लेना है, टेंशन हो रहा है। सो दिस इज अ पार्ट ऑफ अवर टेंशन। क्यों? समथिंग इज रॉन्ग इनसाइड, दैट्स व्हाई। आप खुद देखना, आपने रात में कुछ ऐसा खाना खाया है या आपकी नींद पूरी नहीं हुई, नेक्स्ट डे हस्बैंड का तो गया, मेरे तो चला ही जाता। हस्बैंड सारा बम्बार्डिंग पूरा 1 महीने का उस पर निकल जाता है। अगर उसका स्नोरिंग है एंड आई हैव नॉट स्लेप्ट गुड at night, या मैंने कुछ ऐसा खा लिया which is not meant for me and it is creating trouble in my gut or intestine में, तो मॉर्निंग में मेरा बेचारा पति खलास, सारा पिछला आगे 10 साल पुराना सन 57 की सारी बात उस पर निकल आती। तो एक्चुअली ये नहीं है कि हम पागल हैं। It's not like that। हमें सुनने को मिलता है you changed, you become so aggressive day by day. It's not the aggression. It is something is wrong inside us. Maybe some hormone is triggering. कुछ ऐसा हो रहा है, cortisol क्यों हाई हो रहा है? You have to study yourself. Study food. खुद भी करो, बच्चों को भी food study कराओ। कोई फूड खाने के बाद अगर बॉडी एक डिफरेंट से खाना खाया आपने और उसके बाद you feel like सोना, फूड इज अ सोर्स ऑफ एनर्जी, तो आपको नींद नहीं आनी चाहिए खाना खाने के बाद। आप खाना खाने के बाद सो रहे, दैट मीन्स दैट फूड इज नॉट फॉर यू। समथिंग वाज देयर, उस पूरा कॉम्बिनेशन में देयर वाज समथिंग व्हिच इज नॉट फॉर यू। Like I am lactose intolerant. I have studied myself कि मैं दूध की बनी चीजें खाती हूँ तो मुझे क्या प्रॉब्लम होती है। So understand that. Maybe your kids are getting acne on your face. Maybe they are gluten intolerant. Gluten is a protein जो कि wheat में पाया जाता है. So maybe they are gluten intolerant. That is the reason they are getting lot of acne. उसका कराओ, nutrition DNA होता है। Go and find out कि which food is allergic to you. Stop eating that. So ये सारी चीजें, it's a gift on Mother's Day, आप अपने बच्चों को दे सकते हो। And really nutrition plays a very, very vital role in your life. See, medical science are so advanced nowadays. मैं सबको कहती हूँ कि आपको मरने नहीं देगा। कोई भी डिजीज आपको हो जाती है, medical science will not allow you to die. But living a life of 80 years in an age of 40 is not recommended. ठीक है ना, दवाइयों पे जी रहे हैं। 80 साल या 85 साल में हमारी होती है ऐसी लाइफ, आज हम 40 में जी रहे हैं because lot of medicines we are taking, joint pain है, कमर का दर्द है, PCOD हो गया है, डॉक्टर ने बर्थ पिल पे डाल रखा है, ये डाल रखा है। So take care of your nutrition and please exercise. And apart from exercise, your NEAT is very important. And what is NEAT? Which is non exercise activity thermogenesis. And what is this? मैंने 1 घंटा जिम में स्पेंड किया, या 1 घंटा साइकिलिंग कर ली, 1 घंटा दौड़ के आई, या whatever kind of workout I am doing 1 घंटे में, उसके अलावा मेरा 23 hours what I am doing, what I am putting in my mouth and how active I am. If I am a couch potato, I am sitting in front of my laptop for a long time, आपका belly बढ़ेगा. आपकी bloating का सबसे बड़ा reason है, that means you are not getting yourself hydrated properly, पानी नहीं पी रहे हो बहुत अच्छे से. And the second thing is you are sitting for a long time. आपको bloat करेगा, बार बार bloating, आपका stomach बड़ा दिखेगा. नीट करेक्ट करो जितना हो सके. यू कैन हैव अ टेबल हाइट का अपना लैपटॉप लगाओ और यू कैन टेक वो थोड़ी देर खड़े होके आई वर्क फॉर माय क्लाइंट्स. मैं ऐसे ही खड़ी रहती हूँ. if I read something, if I want to listen some videos, if I have to talk, I stand and I do. I count my step. मुझे है कि मुझे 15,000 स्टेप दिन भर में करने हैं. I have to do by anything. फिर चाहे वो मैं कैसे भी करूँ, घर में घूम घूम के करूँ, घूम घूम के टीवी देख के करूँ. You have to do that if you really want to live a long. और बैठ पे अपने आप को नहीं देखना है कोई ऐसी डिजीज में आके कि जिसमें आपको हॉस्पिटल के, तो देन प्लीज टेक केयर ऑफ यू. कब होगा यूं होता है, आपको पता भी नहीं चलेगा. आपको ऐसा लग रहा है वी आर वेरी हेल्थी, हमें क्या हुआ है, हम तो अच्छे हैं, हम तो अच्छा खाते हैं, हम तो घर का खा रहे हैं. किसने बोला? बट घर का खाना इज नॉट अ हेल्दी फूड. अगेन आई एम सेइंग इंडियन घर का खाना इज नॉट एट ऑल अ हेल्दी फूड. दाल चावल रोटी सब्जी दही salad, papad, achar is not at all healthy food. Your diet should comprise of high fat and high protein. I'm not talking about ketogenic diet. I'm talking about there is two things in our body. One is essential, one is non-essential. Non-essential ऐसा है body को नहीं भी दोगे body will synthesize by its own. Essential body को नहीं आता बनाना, and that is your fat and your protein. Body नहीं जानती है आपके fat और protein कैसे बनाया जाता है. कार्ब्स वो कैसे भी बना लेगी. यू नीड ओनली 5 ग्राम ऑफ कार्बोहाइड्रेट इन योर सिस्टम. बस 5 ग्राम दिन भर में चाहिए होता है. जस्ट इमेजिन हाउ मच कार्ब वी ईट. सारा दिन रोटी सब्जी ये सब खाते रहते हैं. क्या होगा? बीमार हो जाओगे. एक्सेस डालोगे बीमार हो जाओगे. सो गुड फैट अपने बच्चों को खिलाए, स्पेशली टीनेजर्स जो भी अभी ब्लीड कर रही हैं. आयरन का ध्यान दो उनको. हाँ सो सॉरी मैंने बहुत सारा टाइम ले लिया है. So and I really want to Sarbari to keep this session, like I really want to educate female, because I really want कि आप अपना hard earned money doctors and nutritionist और dietitian पे मत उताओ. आप अपनी डाइट खुद घर में बना सकते हो. Your kitchen is a pharmacy, but it's a long topic. और मैं जब nutrition पे बोलने आती हूँ ना तो मुझे लोगों को रोकना पड़ता है please, because I have suffered a lot. मुझे भी बहुत कुछ हुआ था. With my diet, I have reversed everything. I have reversed my thyroid. I have reversed my PCOD. I have reversed my hormonal imbalance. So I was not like that. मेरे husband कहते हैं मैं बहुत beautiful लड़की लाया था, शादी करके क्या कर लिया अपने चेहरे को. I have reversed everything just with the diet. So we'll keep the session. So sorry, मैं बहुत बोलती हूँ for the nutrition, but it's like close to my heart. And I really want everyone to transform on a nutrition side. बीमार नहीं होना. फार्मास्यूटिकल कंपनी को और बड़ा नहीं करना. ट्रिलियंस ऑफ डॉलर की है, उसे उससे ऊपर नहीं लेके जाना. जो फाइनेंस वाले हैं वो बता सकते हैं ट्रिलियन ऑफ डॉलर के ऊपर क्या होता है ना. तो इससे ऊपर नहीं लेके जाना है उनको.
I think Tasneem and Priyanka should come on a common platform, and she will talk on health in. No, these are the two aspects, very vital aspects, finance and health of anybody's life. So we will come, we'll plan something, of course, in the coming days. But yes, what you spoke is your passion, and something वो होता है ना कि हम लोग जिस रास्ते से गुजर चुके होते हैं तो वो बहुत अंदर से फूट के आता है, and that is what
हम लोग नहीं, हम सब गुजर रहे हैं. आप नहीं समझ रहे. आप सब, if I'll say everybody, every female, I don't know कितने लोग बैठे हैं यहाँ पे, because my window is open on my mobile, so I can see 4 people at a time. Everybody उसी रास्ते से गुजर रहे हैं. मैं भी बता रही हूँ. We are all going on a wrong track. We are eating all wrong. Packet foods are not for us. Nature
I have started this journey almost 9 months back. जो आप बोल रहे हो, with the understanding कि मुझे ये सब diseases नहीं चाहिए, तो मैं अभी वो सारी चीजें करती हूँ जो आप बोल रहे हो. क्योंकि the onset has already come in because of all the बीमार people who are out there in the family. उन्होंने इतना
बताऊंगी, वो याद रखिए. थंब ऐसा है, स्टडी करो. ये थंब की जितनी भी खाने की चीजें हैं, इंट्रोड्यूस इन योर लाइफ. दिस इज न्यूट्रल, इट्स योर चॉइस. ये नो नहीं खाना है. एंड आपको बीमारियों पे जाने की जरूरत, इवन आई एम स्ट्रगलिंग विद माई मॉम, मैं उनको ठीक कर रही हूँ, मेरी अपनी मेरी मदर का पता है क्या आता है, अरे छोड़ो यार, खाओ पियो ऐश करो, एक ही लाइफ दी ऊपर वाला ने, उसमें भी क्या ये नहीं खाना। उनको मैं कहती हूँ ये नहीं खाना है, आपको जो असली खाना है वो खाना है। यू वोंट बिलीव, फ्रूट्स आर नॉट फॉर यू, सैलेड्स आर नॉट फॉर यू। कोई भी गधा आपको बोले सैलेड खा के पतला करना है, उसको वही मेरी तरफ से लगाना कि सैलेड तो खाना ही नहीं है। अगर आपको पतला होना है तो सैलेड मत देखना, फ्रूट्स को मत देखना, बाकी सब खाना। सो इट्स अ राइट अप्रोच। आप प्लीज इस चीज को ध्यान रखिए कि बीमार नहीं होना है हमको, बाकी सब करना है और बीमार नहीं होना। फिर हमें सरवरी के साथ ऑन साइड भी एक चाय पे चर्चा करनी है ना?
Yes, of course. For that, we have to stay healthy and fit and strong. And I believe, Priyanka was, smiling. She could connect. Everyone could connect. But yes, I like the smiling gesture of Priyanka. Thanks a lot for keeping up your spirit. And now, yeah, Sonia, back to you. So talking about, you have seen your children growing and you've spoken a lot about, how you have mingled with your children, being good friends. So now can you give us some aspects where you have struggled a lot with your motherhood, and there you have balanced, and there you have felt something which is very contradictory to the norms?
The struggle that I've seen is because I was separated from my family. It was only me and my husband. And I was working. I had to leave work when my daughter was born. In the 8th month, I left work. And after that, I was not able to join work because she was very small. I had nobody at home. Then after she grew up, I put her in a crutch and I used to work from home. I used to make this floating candles and chocolates, and I used to get lots of order on that. So I used to do that sitting at home because I thought, okay, at least in this way, I can take care of her also. And this had just picked up when I got the news of my second baby. So again, everything closed down. And then when he was born, after that, there was a little more time. He grew up. It was almost a year. Then we shifted over here to Kutch because my husband got a better opportunity. And that's where my journey actually started as into education sector. And everything was messed up. Looking after kids, taking up coaching classes, and looking after the house. Everything was a real mess. कभी-कभी ऐसा लगता था सब कुछ छोड़ के भाग जाओ, इतना सारा काम करना पड़ता है. It was a mess, but my kids were a blessing, They used to understand, and today why they talk to me like this is because they've seen me struggle through that period and bring them up all alone. So, somewhere that thing really is within them कि mama ने हमें अकेले बड़ा किया है. There was nobody to support her. Yes, my mom used to come down. Whenever I needed, it was my mom. She used to come down for a few days. I used to give my exams. I had taken up some Montessori training, diploma and all. So she used to come down. I used to finish my assignments and exams sitting in the room and studying, and she used to look after my house and my kids. So all this is there. This is how it is.
What about Raina? Your motherhood challenges, and sometimes when you have felt totally contradictory to the norms and what is everyone is telling you, just felt opposite to that.
So I think the motherhood challenges is in both ways, to handle mother and to handle son. Okay, because it's difficult to explain to mothers when you have to tell them that nowadays things are different compared to their times, and please start following so that we don't have any more troubles. In fact, just in between your session also, I was getting a call and I was like, "Ruk jate, lamba call jayega," and then I will talk to her. Our mothers have been very good at bringing us up in terms of values and systems. But now with the changing world, there are so many things that we intake as food which they feel it's okay to dump, especially the wastage of food. Okay, it's very difficult for me to explain to my mom, no matter what my dad eats and how much you cook for him, whatever he likes, you please eat what is healthy and nutritious for you. And because there are just two of them in the home, it becomes very challenging. Okay, in spite of me telling her many times, I think she sometimes dumps whatever Pa is eating, and at the end of the day, it affects in another way. So either she's having temperature or cold. So that is one thing that as a daughter, I can't control sometimes, but I allow her to be, because if everybody is going to pound on her, then finally she has nobody to go back to. So I just allow her to speak. And then I ask her if she's wanting me to tell her something, and then give her that space. So yes, I become more like a punching bag all the time with the mother. With my son, it's the opposite. They take so much advantage of us that we don't have words left. So I allow that person also to be. ठीक है, आपको जाना है, आप जाओ, आना है, आओ, लेकिन कुछ ना कुछ कर लेना जो जरूरत है. But one thing what Tasneem has said is something that I have started following since almost 1.5 years. Earlier, we never had only aerated drinks, but now we don't have any kind of packaged food at home, however healthy it is, except for nuts. So we are not having any juices, we are not having any aerated drinks, we are not having any chips, we are not having any, we have cheat days, like getting pizzas and burgers, that's once in 15 days. But I'm also on a nutritional diet, and I take in some products, and it does help me, but with the understanding that what am I dumping into my body. So, and with what she said, consciously stop doing too much of professional work, even though health is the priority. So that's been there always on the head. I think motherhood is a journey. All I can say is enjoy it with the flow. Every mother has its own way of enjoying it. There is nothing like do this or do that. And every child and every mom will be always beautiful. I just know that they are more powerful than any of us. So let us just enjoy each other's company and just go with it, live with it. Thank you.
Great. Sharda, I think Sharda is being busy with something else also. So Sharda, what is you can give us some glimpses about your motherhood challenges or something you want to contradict to?
Okay. I still remember 1997 January, when doctor told me that you are suffering from typhoid and malaria together. And without any test, he gave me very, very strong medicines. And later on, I was diagnosed that I was suffering from urine infection. I was pregnant. But due to those hard antibiotics, I lost my baby. Then in 2003, yes, I conceived again. I was so happy. My whole family, my in-laws, my husband, they were so happy. And then doctor found that it was ectopic pregnancy. And my one fallopian tube was operated. I lost all the hopes with my one fallopian tube. I don't know. God was little happy on me. He shared his blessings, and I conceived in the year 2005, and I got my beautiful baby. And doctor, he told me, "Beta, you have given birth to a girl child." I was unconscious, and I took her on my laps, and I just kissed her. She made me complete. I was depressed. I was in my very low time, and sometimes I also thought of taking my life. She made me complete. She made me mom. And later on, after 2 years, again, I thought like some changes are happening. I went for the test and I found that I was pregnant again. After so many operations in my body, I went to my gynecologist and I said, "Sir, I don't think I'll be able to conceive this baby, second baby." He told me only one thing, "Beta, I don't do abortion cases. I don't take abortion cases. It's better you go and consult somebody else. But I just want to tell you one thing, that don't think about yourself. Think about your baby, your daughter, who will be all alone in this world after you. And this sentence changed me and my perspectives. I conceived, and my son was born. And today, both of them, they have so wonderful bonding. And especially, I want to thank them because they became my mother, especially during the Corona time, when I was busy with my updating myself, because those years, I think I lost many years in depression. I didn't do anything productive, really. But Corona gave me some time, and my children took the front seat, and they became my parents actually. They used to give me tea or whatever when I was studying in front of my laptop. And I'm really thankful for this, my motherhood journey, which came very late. I'm enjoying each and every moment. But this Corona also made them independent. Today, I'm so happy. Whenever I want to eat burger, my son, who is in class 9, he goes and prepares it. If I want to eat Maggie, they are the one who jumps and they want to make for me. And they experimented with so many things, dalgona coffee or whatever, you just name it, and they can prepare. So this was my motherhood, and really telling, want to share, I upgraded myself from an educator to a career counselor, to an international virtual platform speaker, to a Toastmaster International Club member, to a life coach, to a financial planner, as Priyanka was saying. Yes, I'm a financial planner too. And I was hearing, Tasnima, about the nutrition. Yes, in my family, I have given these 3 things: white sugar, white salt, and white refined flour, that is maida. We don't eat. I have just left it. And the oil, I don't know whether it is nutritional or not. Like, we are using canola oil these days. I think it is 2 years now. And thank you so much for all your wonderful insights. Thank you so much, Sharvari, for.
Wonderful. We hope that you enjoy your motherhood. Each one of us enjoy our motherhood the way we are telling. Actually, Rayana said it rightly. Each one of us have their unique way of enjoying our motherhood. And may God bless each one of us to do and continue the same. Priyanka, would you like to share a little bit about your motherhood experience?
I want to interrupt, Sarbari. Shraddha, I want to say something because she told that she's using canola, and as you're taking care of your health, you have given all the white refines. So my, very, very important, advice to you people. These are not meant for us. No canola, no olives, nothing. We are Indians. We have just jagah pe we have born. Coconut ko shreefal kaha jata hai. Coconut is for us. Ghee is for us. Just change your canola oil to a cold pressed coconut oil. Start cooking in that. There is no smell in that oil. Otherwise, in a raw oil, coconut smell aata hai, so people, they don't, able to eat the food. But cold pressed oil, there is no smell. Start eating. Start introduce every female. Isko shreefal isliye kaha jata hai, chahe koi bhi religion ho, hum sabse pehle we offer coconut. Whether in a mosque or in dargah or in temple or everywhere. So it has such a nice benefit. It has MTC. It helps to reduce your triglycerides. Just fatty liver hai, wo khatam hoga, your blocked arteries will open. So don't use canola. It is a hyped oil. The marketing companies and all that, they're, canola has this benefits and that benefit. But trust me, in 15 days, you will see change in your life when you replace your oil with coconut oil.
Thank you so much.
I think what Tasneem said is very right. So Sharda, my nutritionist who's there has told me not to use any oil, just to use shredded coconut. So I have started using that. मतलब मैं खाली वो आपके कढ़ाई में खाली वो shredded coconut डालती हूँ और गर्म होता है तो उसी तेल में cooking हो जाती है. Okay, that is the best form. That is what he has said, and we have tried doing at least the rice and the bhajis in that. Of course, you can't fry deep fried items when you want to eat samosa and all that at home. But at least to start off, you can do something, and once in a way, you can have something fried. And आप लोग ने इतना डेलिकेट कर दिया कि सरबरी की आंखों से आंसू आ रहे थे. I could see her crying literally before she could say, "Okay, over to you, Priyanka." Okay,
Yes.
such touching stories.
It is such educational kind of a thing. And तस्नीम ने तो पूरा एकदम मतलब क्या बोलो डरा ही दिया कि बीमार हो गए तो अभी तस्नीम का ही फेस याद आएगा.
डरना ही चाहिए. ट्रस्ट मी, अगर आप डरोगे तभी करोगे. डरेगा इंडिया तभी करेगा इंडिया. अदरवाइज तो समोसा एंड बर्गर एंड पेस्ट्री एंड स्पेशली व्हेन वी लिव इन अ मेट्रो सिटी, आप जाओ हाइपर मार्केट में. एंड हमने भी किया था नए नए जब दुबई आए थे, तो कारफोर एंड इधर जाके ट्रॉली भर भर के बाहर रहना. बट आप पैकेट्स पढ़ना कभी. एक वीडियो करेंगे, आई टीच यू. जो पैकेट्स होते हैं उसके पीछे कैसे पढ़ा जाता है. सुनते सब है पैकेट्स टर्न करके पढ़ो, पर क्या पढ़ो. So I'll teach you, I'll educate कि क्या पढ़ना है. उससे पता चलेगा कि whether you're eating something good or you're putting poison in your, because वो तो पैसा बना रही है कंपनियां. जो भी आपके ग्रेन्स बना रही है, या आपके जो भी ये सीरियल्स बन रहे हैं, या जो शुगर फ्री ड्रिंक्स बन रहे हैं, उसमें सबसे ज्यादा शुगर है. नॉर्मल ड्रिंक से शुगर फ्री में या शुगर फ्री जिस पे भी लिखा है उससे तो इतनी दूर चले जाना. When you turn the packet, you will find that उसमें 32 grams, 40 grams sugar है. So I'll educate you, literally I'll educate every female how to read the label. कैसे DAV निकालते हैं, उसमें डेली वैल्यू जो होती है वो कैसे निकाली जाती है, और आप कैसे बच सकते हो, अपने बच्चों को बचा सकते हो. So it is very important. तो डरना चाहिए सरबरी. डरो और प्लीज अपने आप को सेव करो किसी ऐसी बीमारी से. आपको पता भी नहीं चलेगा. एक छोटा सा कुछ आपके साथ होगा, वो कब बड़ा हो जाएगा को पता भी नहीं है. दिस इज अ वेरी कॉम्प्लेक्स मशीन इनसाइड. यू कैन चेंज. वी स्पेंड लॉट ऑफ मनी ऑन हाई हैंड थिंग्स, मोबाइल्स, ये वो इधर उधर. बट you can change your cars, you can change your mobile phone, you can change the brands, but you cannot change your body. ठीक है ना. तो इसको आप जो डालोगे वो निकलेगा बाहर. So you have to take care. डायबिटीज से क्या हो जाता है, हार्ट अटैक पे चले जाओगे पता नहीं चलेगा. इंसुलिन सेंसिटिव बॉडी हो गई, आपके साथ क्या क्या हो जाएगा आपको मालूम ही नहीं पड़ेगा. तो एवरीवन शुड स्केयर. डरना चाहिए.
See, in this 1 hour session only, you have made such a wonderful change in Sharda's life. She has started standing and speaking. I think I know you need a very nice clap, Tasneem. Okay, now Priyanka, you have been waiting for long. And of course, it was a wonderful input. On Mother's Day, we should learn all those things so that we can pass it on. And many of us are educators. So it's not that what we are teaching in the classroom, English or geography, this kind of common senses are something which we can actually pass it on to the younger generation. So you can share something from your end, Priyanka.
One thing, this Mother's Day is very special for me because my own mother is completing 70 years. So it's her 70th birthday on coming Monday. So this Mother's Day has been very nostalgic and very special in that regard. Apart from that, I am a mother of a 9.5-year-old boy. So it has been a very beautiful journey, but I think we all have endless stories to speak about because we all have experienced so many things in the motherhood. But I think this Mother's Day, what I was doing was every Mother's Day I sit and just ponder upon a mother's identity. So this Mother's Day, I got one new definition of a mother, which I think I'll share here. So मेरे लिए I think माँ वो पानी है जो अगर गैस पे रखते हैं तो लगता है कि यार उबलती है, बहुत गर्म है, चटका लगता है वाली है. बट अगर वो उबलती है तभी वो बहुत सारे टेस्ट को या हमारे जो भी बहुत सारे थॉट्स है उनको वो अपने अंदर अब्सॉर्ब कर सकती है. माँ वो पुदीना है जो बहुत सारा फ्रेशनेस, बहुत सारा हरियाली हमारे लाइफ में लेकर आती है. माँ वो इलायची है जो खुद पूरा का पूरा कूट लेती है अपने आप को, लेकिन उसी की वजह से वी हैव द फ्रेग्रेंस इन आवर लाइफ्स. माँ वो शक्कर है जो खुद ब्लेंड हो जाती है, उसका आइडेंटिटी खत्म कर देती है या पूरा का पूरा मिक्स कर देती है हमें. सो शी रिवॉल्व्स हरसेल्फ कंप्लीटली अराउंड द चाइल्ड, बट दैट इज हाउ देयर इज स्वीटनेस इन आवर लाइफ. माँ वो चाय की पत्ती है जो है कड़क करने के लिए हमारे लाइफ को, है बहुत ज्यादा वो स्ट्रॉन्ग करने के लिए हमको, but that is how we become strong, because when we are on our own outside, we have to face the world. So जब तक वो चाय नहीं है तब तक वो किक नहीं है लाइफ में, तो शी इज दैट चाय की पत्ती। माँ वो दूध है, क्योंकि अगर बाकी सब इंग्रेडिएंट्स होंगे फिर भी वो काली चाय हमको पसंद नहीं है। सो वी वांट कलर, we want taste, and we want a lot of enjoyment in our life. So she is a friend, as like Sonia said. So she is that milk which, you know, adds that blend really in our lives. And I think after all this, जब ये चाय बन गई तो मेरे दिमाग में एक चीज आई कि हम चाय को छान के पीते हैं। So whenever we filter the chai, you know, all of us, we talk about women and mothers and so many things we talk. But जब भी हम चाय को छाने ना, तो हम वो चाय की पत्ती वाला पोर्शन हटा देते हैं, हम कभी उसको पीते नहीं, कभी कंज्यूम नहीं करते। अगर आ गया गलती से तो भी उसको वापस छानते हैं। सो व्हाट वी नीड टू डू इज, हमको वो जजमेंट्स, वो लेबल्स, वो बहुत सारा नेगेटिविटी जो एक माँ के अराउंड होता है, उसको हमको छान लेना है। And at least we have to be very clear that, you know, we will not think about any mother with a judgment tag, you know, उसको तो वो ये facility होगी, उसको तो ये होगा, वो तो ये नहीं करती होगी, या whatever it is. And if we filter it out, I think the tea that we get in our life will be the tastiest thing in our life. Thank you.
Wonderful analogy. I think, Navinta, she has left. She started wonderfully with a poem, and this is something which can actually encompasses the entire discussion and brings all the analogies in one place. And nicely said, Priyanka. I think someday we are going to plan a detailed discussion on the aspect of health and finance, and we have a focused discussion in the coming days. We will plan. Before we wind up, though we are close to our Vana session, I would like to ask each one of you if you want to have any particular note from your end on account of Mother's Day, yes, or to all the mothers, a message you want to spread around. You can just pop up and you can speak. Anybody?
I think the message should come from you, Sarvari, because you did not share anything.
I will be the last person to share. Of course, I will share. I will wind up. But yes, if anything is remaining, I don't want any heart to you have thought of sharing something and you've not been able to. So you can just come up with if you have anything else to share. Raina, you're there with us?
I think she's left.
So yeah, of
I
course.
am there, Sarvari. Just give me. Okay, so I am just there. It's just that I got into another call, but I heard Priyanka's words, and सच्ची में उसने जो बोला माँ वैसी ही है, मतलब माँ का रोल ही अलग है जो हम रिप्लेस नहीं कर पाएंगे कहीं पे भी. And I have really liked everybody's sharing. So thank you very much, yeah, for having me, and all over to you, Sarvari. I talk really less, so please continue. I enjoy being here. Thank you so much for the time.
Great, wonderful. Actually, this platform is all about sharing our own stories and experiences. We bring in different topics and agendas so that we can open up. No, there are people who are their flow is normal flow is that they speak up, and there are some people who need some kind of support to speak. So we keep certain topics. It becomes a support to open up and speak up. But motherhood is something, as Priyanka has shared. It is an endless topic. If you if I have to share my experience, like. Sometimes I feel that, after the time I have come to my in-laws place, my mother-in-law, she started sharing about her motherhood experience. And it's been 18 years, I am listening to the same story. So sometimes I feel that, I will also end up doing the same thing with my own children. No, I don't feel like now listening. I am feeling like it is just a repetition of the old melodrama. So sometimes it is like for the mother when she speaks, everything is new, but sometimes you keep disturbing people with your motherhood stories, but it is always interesting for you. For each mother, her experience is something which she cherishes all her life. And if you ask me, I take things very, very lightly. So I will just try to wind up on a very light note, that I have been a very, very advantage taking mother. Like, for my son, I have been too much dominant. For my daughter, it was a little bit different. So my son used to ask me, like, when I used to tell him that, don't do such thing. So he used to ask me why. So I used to tell him, because I have said so. So still now I try to dominate him. Like when he says that, why are you doing this to me? I said, because I'm your mother. I have every right to do it. So it is like I have always taken advantage of being a mother, and all the naughtankies and dramas which a mother do, I feel like, these are the things, if I don't do, I will miss out. So I never leave any kind of a scope or no chance to miss out with any kind of stuffs with a mother. Any silly mother, any crazy mother can do. But the best possible tagline or adjective I have ever earned from my son was something when he was very small that time, and he told me that, Mama, you give very good PJs. So I was so silly. I took it very sportingly. I felt very good that I am a good PJ. So for a couple of years, I used to feel very good about that. And then finally, I came to know that PJ is pakao jokes. So I said, you were telling me that, and I have been enjoying the last couple of years, thinking that you've given me a very good comment on my joke.
Just like PG and all that, you got another level. Okay.
So it was like that. So to wind up, if anyone has a very good adjective for yourself to share, you can share, and we can end on a lighter note.
Okay, I keep getting a lot of adjectives. Okay, so every day adjectives change, both from my husband and my son. And even now, when he was going to his granny's house, walking up, he just told me something and went. But I know that every day the adjective changes. And now I have just forgotten. I tell him, you pick up any word that comes in your mouth and tell me, that's fine totally. Because Mama is everything for you. So I just enjoy it, and they call me anything from PK to Pakau to any kind of character that they like, even though that, what is that? Jukta nahi and all that, something like this. I don't know what all he remembers. मैं खुद dialogues भूल जाती हूँ, लेकिन उसके सामने जो भी dialogue आता है, हाँ पुष्पा, and like पुष्पा झुकेगा नहीं, and he goes like that. And like, मैं बोला ठीक है भाई, मैं ही झुक जाती हूँ, आप मत झुको. मैं झुकती हूँ तो एटलीस्ट मेरा पीठ तो ठीक होएगा, आपका ठीक नहीं रहेगा. So I just take it with a pinch of salt and move on. But I think these are memories created, because I know that in few years they might not really need us with the speed at which all technology is moving, and with the kind of environment that they are in. So let's enjoy this. Keep झुकेगा नहीं पुष्पा, बस ऐसे ही जाते हैं.
Anyone want to add any adjective? Tasneem must have got some adjective from your children.
I have got so many.
But so you can share one.
But from last 2-3 months, they've started calling me Hitler, because I've stopped giving them everything. No processed food, no Maggies, no pastas, and no chocolates. So my pantry is full of chocolates and Oreo biscuits and all that. And मेरा बेटा बोलता है कितने Hitler हो सड़ रहा है अंदर, and you're not ready to give us. So I said नहीं, अब सबकी health ठीक करनी है. And forcefully I'm sending him to do, in my building only we have a very good gym upstairs. So job incline, full incline पे 30 minutes walk करके आना, and he बेचारा. So for them I'm a
Great.
आजकल last 2 months they have started calling me, and वो कहते हैं कि I'm like, मेरे husband को बोलते पापा क्या गुनाह किया था जो ये माँ मिली है हमको. I'm like, kids are enjoying food. I've stopped, ordering from KFC and all that. Though I have told them that once in a month you will get either pizza or burger or KFC, anything. and in 2 weeks you will get a scoop of ice cream or one pastry or something, but not on an everyday basis, because here these hypermarkets, they have spoiled kids. Everyone is obese.
I think you should put a little mustache next time and say, Tasneem, jhukegi nahi. So that it will kind of increase their fun element.
I will, because I have seen that in 2 years they have gained weight because they were at home. Back in India, they were not going to school, and we shifted to Dubai in October, so I can relate from Dubai. From October till then, they have put their weight, because there are so many things to eat over here, and I am in an area where it's a huge community, JLT, Jumeirah Lake Tower. So यहाँ पे कैसा है कि residence area and niche, and number of restaurants you can find, Lebanese and Turkish and Falana food and Dimkana food, and इनका बस चले तो नीचे ही दिखे है. So like I stopped. And somehow health is, impacting, and these kids it's very difficult to make them understand. So at least it's my being a nutritionist, it's my part. But मेरा अभी हालत अमिताभ का हो रहा है. अमिताभ ने दुनिया का सबसे बड़ा एक्टिंग स्कूल बनाया, पर अपने बेटे को ही नहीं सिखा पाया. So I'm trying कि मैं इनको सिखाऊं nutrition. So
I don't say that, yeah, he's such a nice actor. Actually, Abhishek Bachchan, उसकी किस्मत अच्छी नहीं है.
थोड़ा कॉमेडी का तड़का मारो, कभी चंकी पांडे हो जाओ, कभी अमिताभ बच्चन, कभी पुष्पा, तो सब ठीक हो जाएगा. And I think the only thing I can understand is that even today my son was asking me, Mama, can you make pasta or pizza or anything? From 5 days he's asking me something. Yesterday we made paneer tikka. तो मैंने उसको बोल दिया, भाई घर पे सब कुछ बन रहा है ना, प्रॉब्लम क्या है? तो बर्गर भी बना दूंगी, लेकिन आज नहीं मिलेगा because no मैदा day. Okay, so finally he had no option. I told him you have two options, या तो oats या तो roti. And his favorite is roti.
Dr. Anna, if you're non-vegetarian, I'll tell you how to make a pizza at home only.
नहीं, मैं पिज्जा घर पे बनाती हूँ, मैं डो भी घर पे बनाती हूँ, लेकिन मैं उसमें भी उनको अलाउ नहीं करती हूँ.
Like
I make the pasta and the pizza dough also, but मैं नहीं देती हूँ उनको.
नहीं, what I'm saying, maida, anyways, gluten is dangerous. Actually, we human body is not designed to digest gluten. हमें ईश्वर ने दिया ही नहीं. ये तो प्रोडक्शन कर रहे हैं और हम खा रहे हैं.
So मैं आपको क्या बोलने आ रही थी, मैं दो चीजें. One is that when we were staying in Finland में एक बहुत ही स्पेशल पिज्जा है, रोटी पिज्जा. It is the size of almost a 40-inch circle pizza, which is made on a proper paratha kind of a thing, a very thin wheat-based paratha. Okay, so he has already eaten something like that. वो जब भी पिज्जा मांगता है, मैं वो भी बना देती हूँ. और अगर पिज्जा वाला डो बनाना है, वो भी बना देती हूँ. लेकिन मेरा इंटरेस्ट वो दोनों नहीं देना था.
हाँ, वो दोनों नहीं देना है. Again, I am saying if you are a non-vegetarian, you don't need a dough of any gluten thing, a maida or a roti.
Okay.
Have a minced chicken or a keema if you're eating. उसमें सारा मसाला डालो, अपना जो भी करना है, उसको बेकिंग ट्रे पे ऐसे डफ की तरह रखो. See, fat and protein complement each other. Fat and carbohydrate is a poison. आपकी बॉडी में जाके पॉइजन हो जाता है. So cheese is very very good for our health. Very very good. आप तनों से चीज खाओ. मैं अपने क्लाइंट्स को तनों से चीज खिलाती हूँ. इतना चीज खाते हैं वो डाल के, बट किसके साथ खाते हैं, that is important.
Sarbari, you must keep one session, especially with Tasneem and her recipes. I would love to hear that.
वो पिज्जा, वो चिकन को जो भी मैरिनेट करके उसका बेस बनाइए, उसपे सब कुछ पिज्जा का लगाओ. मतलब all the pizza spreads, then your whatever vegetables you want to keep, and all your so much of cheese and all that, and bake it and then cut it in slice. They'll enjoy like anything. My kids eat like that only. खाओ पिज्जा
कर लेते हैं. अभी ये भी ट्राई कर लेंगे पक्का. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
That is a wonderful recipe. Anyone who wants to share an adjective before we wind up? Sharda, आपका बाकी है. Sonia, आपका बाकी है. Priyanka, you want to share any adjective your son is giving you, or you don't want to share? You want to keep it hidden?
Yeah, he is there with me all the time. He's still listening to me.
No, for us.
Yeah, I think at times he says cool mom.
Great.
So yeah, he's like a friend always. वो मैं उसको adjective देती हूँ actually उससे ज़्यादा, because he is Fevicol. So he has been, since he is 2, he has been accompanying me everywhere I go. Even in office he is along all day. So मैं उसको बुलाती हूँ, Fevicol का जोड़ है, छूटेगा नहीं.
Sonia, Sharda, any adjective you have received from your children you want to share with us?
I don't
The
remember.
only thing is when I have to tell them not to do something, तो एक ही चीज आती है, कुछ भी करने का, जयकांत शिकरे के ईगो को हर्ट नहीं करने का.
I'm not getting like what they say. They're scared of me actually. They don't say. They're so scared of me that they don't say anything. And I know that they are very proud of me whenever like they see me making reels and their friends appreciating it. And they say that your mother is very cool. And I don't know what they say to their friends, but they never say anything to me. I don't know why.
Great. I think it was a wonderful discussion, and we didn't notice that it is being 1.5 hours. Most of the time we wind up in an hour, but it was great. And each one of you shared something, and Tasneem, Raina, Priyanka, of course, we will have individual sessions that we had previously also. But today's session was wonderful.